Hello friends, welcome to SQL Practical Question video series. Here is a very interesting question that I have received from one of the subscriber. First let me explain the question is about, then I will show you how to implement this logic using SQL. So we have a table called a tax rate which contains a range of date and its tax rate. For example, from 1st Jan to 31st Jan the rate is 10%. From 1st Feb to 27th Feb the rate is 15%. From 1st March to 30th March, the rate is 12%. So the table says that on a particular date, a rate is activated and on a particular date, the date is deactivated. And here it is not continuous. For example, from 1st to 31st, there is a rate. Immediately after 31st Jan, there is from 1st Feb to 27th Feb, there is a rate. But after 27th, we don't have a rate for 28th. The next activation date is only from 1st March. Okay. So given this type of data and the expectation is we need to write a SQL to print a report something like this. So on what particular date it is added. So added means we don't have a rate before that particular date. For example, in this case, before 1st January, there is no rate. So it is considered as added. Similarly, before 1st March, we don't have a date because we don't have a value for 28th Feb. So that is also considered as added. And whenever there is a continuity, but if there is a rate change, then it is considered as modified. For example, after 31st, we have a continuity here, 1st Feb, but the rate is actually changed. On 31st, the rate is 10, whereas on 1st Feb, the rate is 15. So there is a change in the rate. So that is considered as like a modified. And the third category is a rate is considered as removed when there is no rate after a particular date. For example, in this case, after 30th April, there is no rate. So it is considered as removed. Similarly, after 27th Feb, because the next activation date starts on 1st March. So we don't have a date, we don't have a rate for 28th Feb. So that is considered as removed. So this is the expectation. Of course, this can be implemented in lot of different methods. So in this video, I'm just going to show you one method of implementation. Probably in the subsequent video, I'll show you another method of implementation. Let us start with the first method of implementation. So this is the table here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the lag to get the previous value in the current row. For example, in this case, I'm just going to access this information in the next row. Similarly, this information I'm just going to get in the next row. Very similar to this, using the lead function, the next row we are going to get in the current row. For example, this section I'm going to get as part of the first row. The third row I'm going to get as part of the second row. So the intention is, along with the current row, I'm going to get its previous row and the next row in the same level, so that it is easy for us to compare a value with its previous row value also with its next row value. Okay, once we have got this information, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to implement the logic now. Whenever the previous activation date is null, then it is considered as added. So in this case, so the previous activation is null, so it is considered as added. There is one more condition. So whenever the activation date is not in continuity with its previous deactivation date. For example, in this case, the 1st March is not continuous with previous deactivation date. So in this case, the previous deactivation is 27th Feb. These two are not continuous. So in that case also it is considered as added. So now let us see how to find the modification. So modification is very easy. So we have the activation date and we have the previous deactivation date. So the activation date should be in continuous with previous deactivation, but the rate should be different. Let us see that one. So here the 1st February, the previous deactivation date is 31st Jan, but the rate is different. So here the rate is 15, whereas the rate is 10. So in that case, it is considered as modified. So we can get the addition modification, right? Very similar to that, we need to find out the removal. So the rate is considered removal in two cases. One is there is no date after a particular activation date. So in this case, we don't have a date. So after 30th April, we don't have a next activation date. So it is considered as removal. Similarly, when there is a discontinuity, that means there is no continuous activation date. For example, 27th it is deactivated. The next activation date is 1st March. It is not continuous. So in that case also it is removal. So first we are going to compute this format of data. So now it is very simple. You see this 1st Jan it is added. 1st February it is modified from 10 to 15. 1st March again like 27th Feb it is removed. 1st March it is added. 30th April it is removed. So now we have got the expected data but in a different format. So now what we are going to do is we are just going to convert this type of information into this format of data. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to replicate this data and I'm just going to represent in the format what I am expecting. This is what I'm just going to implement it. Fine. Now let me show you how to write this using SQL. So I'm just creating the table tax rate and I'm just populating the sample data. Fine. So let us query from the table. We have all this information. So let us try to implement using the first method. Okay, so let me first select all the columns from here. So first what I'm going to do, I'm just going to access the previous row value in the current row. For that I'm just going to use lag. First let me take only the activation date over order by activation. So this is my previous activation date. Very similar to this, let us get the deactivation date and rate. So I'm just taking the deactivation date and I'm going to take the rate. Let me just give alias like deactivation date and let me give alias like rate. So now we got the previous rows as part of the current row. Very similar to this, I'm just going to access the next row values in the current row. Instead of lag, I'm just going to use the lead. So let me just replace it. And I'm just going to alias like next activation date. So n deactivation date, similarly next rate. Yes, so now we got the one set of data, like this is the actual data. This is like we are accessing the previous row as part of the current row. Here we are accessing the next row as part of the current row. Okay, now let me make this as a with class with dataset 1 as. See, in fact, without using with class also you can implement. You can just simply use this as the inner query. But I prefer the with class because it is easy for readability and the query also look very simple and easy to understand. Fine. So now let us query from dataset 1. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to implement our logic. So first let me select all the columns. First let us concentrate on the addition. So for that I'm just going to use the case statement. Case when. So there are two conditions. When the previous activation or previous record is completely null. So when previous activation date is null, then added, let's say end. So let me give alias like add or mod, that is the addition or modification. Fine. There is one more condition it is added, that is the current activation date is not in continuous with the previous deactivation date. We can see that here the current activation is 1st March, but the previous deactivation is 27th Feb. So ideally speaking, the previous deactivation date plus 1 should be equal to the current activation date. So that also we will put either the previous activation date is null, or let's say the current activation date not equal to previous deactivation date plus 1. So in both these cases it is considered as added. So now we have got the values for addition. Now let us implement for our modification. So when it is considered modified is the date is continuous but the rates are changing. So how we will know it is continuous means the activation date is equal to the previous deactivation date plus 1. that means it is continuous, and if the rates are not same, so this is the current rate not equal to previous rate. So if this is the condition, then let us say modified. So now we got the addition and modification. Very similarly, let us implement the removal part also. So let me say case when, so the rate is considered as removed if there is no immediate next date. So there are two cases. Either the next activation date is null. So let's say the next activation date is null, then removed end. So this is one condition. Let me give alias like REM. There is another condition, that is for example, so here the current deactivation date should have a continuity with the next activation date here, but there is a discontinuity. So ideally speaking, it should get activated from the immediate deactivation date, but in this case there is a discontinuity. So what we can do, R deactivation date plus 1 not equal to next activation date. So I'm just saying next activation date, then also it is considered as like removed. So now we have computed all the information whatever is needed for our output. So let me comment whatever the columns I'm not interested here. So I've just commented out the columns what is not needed. So let me just make this as a with class again, dataset2 as, in fact we can implement without with class also. As I told, you can put all these things as part of your inner query. So dataset2, fine. Now I just want to replicate this rows 2 times. So for that what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say select level L from dual, connect by level less than or equal to 2. Now we have replicated all this information. So let me just say order by, let me select all the column, order by activation date comma L. Okay, now I just need to print or represent whatever the information is needed for my output. So first I'm going to say decode of L comma 1. So what I'm going to do, if it is 1, I'm just going to pick from the activation date column, otherwise I'm going to pick from the deactivation date column. Similarly, this addition or modification or removal, if it is 1, I'm just going to take from add or mod column, otherwise I'm going to take from removal column. So let's say if it is 1, let me take activation date, otherwise let me take deactivation date. Let me give alias as dt. Anyway, rate I just need to take as it is. Then very similar to this, let's say let's give alias like change, or let's say change log, and we'll say if L is 1, I want the addition or modification, otherwise I will take the removal part. Okay, now if you see, we just got all the information is whatever is needed almost. So I'm just removing the columns whatever is not needed for me. So here on first it is added, 31st there is no change, first it is modified, 27th it is removed, first again it is added, 30th it is removed. So this column is not needed. So we can use the same case statement or decode as part of the var class to exclude the null values. Let me say var this is not null. So now we got the expected output. So this is one method of implementation. So let me show you the logic for the second method of implementation. Probably the query I will show you in some other video. So the same thing can be implemented in a completely different way also. In fact, you can implement this in much different methods or various methods of implementation. So let me show you one more method of implementation. So we know that this is our input and this is our expected output. So in this method, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to explode the date ranges. For example, from 1st Jan to 31st Jan, I'm just going to print it like this. So this is from 1st Jan to 31st Jan. So I'm not able to print everything in this slide, so I just put a dot dot dot. Okay. Similarly, from 1st Feb to 27th Feb, you just print all these things. Similarly, from 1st March to 30th April, you print all these things. To explore this, I have already posted a video. Probably you can just look into this video to know how to explode a date range or arrange into a sequence of dates. Okay. So once exploded this date range, very similar to our previous example, you can use the lead and lag to get the previous and the next row in a same row. So now we just need to go and implement it. For example, wherever there is a previous date is null, it is addition. Or wherever we don't have a previous connectivity. For example, in this case, we don't have a continuity. Like 1st March, the previous is 27th Feb. So in this case, it is added. Similarly, wherever there is a null in the next row, it is deleted. Also, wherever there is a discontinuity. For example, so 27th Feb, the next deactivation date. So here. Okay. So here also we can consider like a removal. So wherever there is a date is same, but the rates are different. For example, you can see here. The date is continuous. That is the here 1st and here is 31st, but the rates are different. So in this case, it is modified. So using that, you can just compute this. Now you can exclude all these null, and then you can take only the not null, added, modified, removed, so that we will get the expected output. Probably I will show you this in the next immediate video in this tutorial. Okay, so now that we have seen how to convert this type of data into a expected output. Suppose if the question is asked something like, if this is our input data, how can we convert this into an expected output like this? Probably you can just try out this. I'll try to post this also in a subsequent video. If you have learned something new, please like this video. If you want any questions to be answered, you can post it in the comment section or you can drop to this mail ID. But before that, you can check whether a similar question has already been posted as part of the subscriber question series or as part of the interview question series. If you are not able to find your question here, please write back to me. I'll be happy to record and post as a new video. If you have learned something new, please like this video, subscribe and stay tuned for new feature video, interview question, SQL practical question, concept videos and performance tuning videos. Thanks a lot for watching this video.